in 2, 1.
Book 1, The Ire of Amman. Chapter 3, The Big City. Part 2, The Dyad. Welcome back to Riskyrole. Last time, the Coinbound Company aboard the Reeve and Beaver finally made it back to Amman, our first glimpse at this wonderful twin-spired city upon the Gilded River, at the mouth of the Gilded River, on the peninsula of Zikbet. They met a number of people, most importantly, Abyss officers Solomon and Koroa, as well as Skywarden Ez, or Temperance, living embodiment of the virtue of temperance, one of the 12 Skywardens of the Amman Chirality. And after answering some questions, chatting with these lovely folks, letting them aboard so that Ez could see that Sister Bisha was well and truly within the Coinbound's possession, you all made the choice to rest aboard your ship and do a little recruitment drive, aided in no small part by Finnegan, Short Stack kind of overseeing the process officially, Stomper helping out quite a bit, redirecting some of the more poorly chosen recruits that Mayo helped hand select. And so we've got a full house now on the Reeve and Beaver, or in short order, possibly after a few more, hours or days of deliberation and paperwork and so on. And now you all spend like a full day and a half. So you are now having your second ever, or you have had your second ever sunrise, given that the sun has been locked behind a mile-thick cloud of ash and darkness for several centuries. And the Lurks, Koroa, and Solomon finally summon you, telling you that the Dyad is ready to meet with you. So, specifically, the senior officers, Commander Crown, Navigator Wonky, Quartermaster Mayo, and Master-at-Arms Short Stack have all been summoned. So it is time to head to one of the towers of Amman. Any final preparations you guys would like to do before you leave the Reeve and Beaver?
I think Mayo is just going to stare stoically at the horizon for a bit and then go.
Beautiful.
Let's see.
I bet that's a quite inspiring sight.
That's a great point. I think you guys are definitely meriting some little points of inspiration.
Yahoo.
Absolutely.
That's why I did it.
So
Yeah, while we are off the ship, Crown is going to instruct some other officers to at least stand guard on some of the more valuable parts of the ship, such as the senior officer's quarter and kind of anywhere that we might keep relevant or valuable information that someone might want to rob us from.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Finnegan volunteers to oversee the prisoner.
Isn't the prisoner coming with us?
Oh yeah, I guess they are.
I mean, you can oversee
Yeah, if you guys would
walking.
like... for payment, you'll definitely need to bring the...
Yeah.
prisoner.
We can't do a bait and switch?
You could try.
That's
it's
the
just
first level spell.
wonky.
That's the first level spell.
Short Stack is gonna run around to the crew of the ship asking for extra tinder boxes.
Extra
Extra
Listen,
tender
we're not-
boxes.
Sure.
We are
Extra
not
tendies.
burning the town down.
How many would you say I
yet.
found?
It's just a box of
Quartermaster?
chicken tenders.
Oh, I
Of
mean, I was
tender
going around
boxes?
asking person to person.
You find about tinder boxes or tender boxes? Let me just make that clear. Okay,
boxes.
all right. Tinder boxes. You find 4 laying around.
Fantastic.
Okay, so for the record, mechanically, you guys have nearly 2,000 silver pieces worth of quote-unquote assets. So I'm a tinderbox. Fuck, tinderbox. A tinderbox is 10 silver pieces. So for 4, we're bumping our assets down. To that point, if anyone wants like, potions of healing or whatever else, you can totally have those things. Those would be also deducted from your assets.
Do we
Yeah,
have
just
enough
let me
for
know I
a
have
belt
them here.
of giant strength?
No, unfortunately.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Guys, you should see how many debts we have. It's insane. We owe a lot.
Like a lot.
Like 3 times as much as we have.
Yeah.
And we still pay people. So that's an
Yeah.
ongoing affair.
Yeah.
Giggles reassures you that Sister Bisha is worth, let me double check my notes before I get anyone's hopes up, but I'm pretty sure, alive, she's worth 25,000 silver pieces.
Good.
Silver pieces.
Well, anyways, now that Short Stack has his tinder boxes, Commander, you just say the you just say the word, Commander. I'll just get right to it.
Sure. Wait for my signal.
Roger that, Commander.
Uh-oh.
Are you carrying the tinder boxes on you?
That's for sure gonna end.
I've hidden the tinder boxes all over me. So like one in one boot, one in another, one's under my hat, one tucked in the armor, one in each pocket.
As we pass by guards, I'm just gonna like motion to them and be like, he's got tinder boxes all over. Please confiscate them.
I'm glad that it's canon now that you're wearing a hat. This is.
Oh,
This is
true.
the-
Yeah.
Our artist taking notes, art direction notes. The guard.
That's
the
an
guard.
18 on sleight of
the-
hand to hide my tinder boxes.
I mean, the guard. Yeah, fair enough. But the guard says there's nothing illegal about the box attendees. No worries there. Good.
No, there should be.
And I give like a really obvious wink to the commander.
Yep. Yep. This is the one we put in charge.
She's like, idiots. I'm surrounded by idiots.
Surrounded by idiots.
But when it comes to buy-in, Short Stack is like all in.
It's gonna be interesting to see Short Stack in a fight. Eventually.
What's gonna
Yeah.
be scary is how good he's
A
gonna
ball
be
of
in a fight.
flames is what he's gonna be.
If the dice are on my side.
Yeah.
The dice are on your side.
Don't jinx it.
So, you all are directed towards the closest of the twin spires, the eastern tower, technically home to Dendrasathar, ancient black dragon, forebear of a Mithriax, who you all encountered previously in Talam, and one half of the Dyad of the Amman Chirality. In
Forebear?
front, leading... Yes. Progenitor.
Oh.
Or father.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So as a little reminder to our players and to our audience, because it is a little strange, chirality is like a chemical term. If you remember episode 1 of Breaking Bad, the whole right and left hand thing, identical and yet opposite. The idea is that Amman, the chirality of Amman, and all chiralities, which is the kind of standard Orichallan ruling structure, is ruled by a dyad. So 2 rulers, collectively called either the dyad or the Kyrie, who are considered and kind of spoken about as simultaneously, 2 entities, traditionally an ancient dragon and an Orichallan elf, as well as considered to be like a joint being. They're also referred to as one person. And they speak as one person. They speak with like echoing voices simultaneously and so on. They present kind of as one person, but they're also, they have 2 bodies, effectively. So it's a little bit of a strange thing there, but anyway, Dendrasathar is one of the Kyrie, and the other, his his left hand, if you will, or his right hand, whatever, his pair is Sarkitbal, the Orichallan elf. Anyway, so at the lead are our two Amman Bureau of Internal Safety and Security officers from Division 3 of said bureau, Solomon and Kuroa, and then presumably you guys kind of right behind them, and then you've got right behind Sister Bisha, within 5 feet of Sister Bisha, you have the Sky Warden Ez. Notably, the Sky Wardens are thus called because they fly on drakes, so kind of more bestial dragons without like a breath weapon and with two fewer limbs. However, you guys have not seen the drake, but the sharp-eyed among you, now that you are kind of oot and a boot, leaving the Reven Beaver and heading up towards the tower, see that there is a conspicuous giant winged creature whose shadow occasionally passes over you guys, and presumably is following your little party from a couple hundred feet above you guys.
Is this a recognizable shadow?
You can give me a little perception check if you'd like, or something similar.
Do we see any Kendricks? Just out of curiosity.
That's a solid 9.
Super recognizable. This looks like that one that you're thinking of, for sure. Whichever one that is.
Commander, this looks like the dragon that was at the place with the things.
I look up. No, I feel like if that dragon was there, you would know for sure that it was them.
You saying all dragons look alike, short stack?
I'm saying I'm further away from them than you guys are. So it looks
He's also
like,
the last to know about the weather changes.
yeah, same.
Take too kindly to dragon prejudice around here.
Yeah, no, especially not when the Dyad is part dragon.
Yeah.
So you guys are on your way. If you feel like ask any questions at any point, feel free. Otherwise, I will be just describing kind of where the sorts of areas that you're passing through. But if you have any questions for your retinue that you've been assigned or that have been assigned to you, feel free to ask.
In character or out?
Yeah, in character. Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, but they'll answer in character.
I want to know all about the most glorious libraries of Amman.
They tell you all about the most glorious libraries of Amman, which have not yet been world-builded, but are now at the top of the list.
Tell you all about the
They're very happy
them.
to brag about Amman and how amazing it is and how it's home to a bunch of amazing knowledge. Yep, for sure.
Can I just do a series of perception checks, just kind of like on our surroundings? Oh, actually, I would like to, like, if possible, use survival to kind of like track where we're going and,
Nice idea.
kind of map out our surroundings as we
It's a very commandery quality right there.
Definitely not a navigator.
That's what I was to say.
Yeah.
I guess it's much more of a navigator. Can I do
And that's a whole 8.
Nice.
Okay,
That's
wow.
probably not a commandery thing to do, is what we're
Hey,
getting
Commander,
to.
you think maybe you should ask the navigator to do this?
Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps I
Command
just
someone to
saw
do
the survival
Can I-
proficiency on my sheet, and I was like, I'm sure I can use that.
Can I retcon that Finnegan would have given everybody in our party a what do they call the bardic inspiration dice before we left?
I think you can only give one.
Yeah.
At a
Like,
time? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe
Never
so.
mind.
Is
Never
that right?
I
I'm not
thought you
100%
could
sure.
use
I think
as
if
many
you're
as you
at a
had.
higher level. Huh?
I thought you could just give out as many as you had.
Yeah, I think it's like a resource that you, as you get higher levels, you have more that you can give out.
No,
I'm not
but you're right.
100%.
You're right. For some reason, I had in my head that you could only there could only be one out in the wilderness at a time. That you have a number of uses, but you can totally give out as many as you have.
I have exactly 4.
Fucking A, amazing.
Can I
Absolutely.
You get a bardic inspiration dice. You get a bardic inspiration dice.
So what's
Can
your
I do
bardic?
the NPC?
It's a D6.
The NPC thing of just asking what's going on in the town, what kind of thing, what's new, you know what I mean?
So with,
Oh, yeah,
with
for
the
sure.
bardic, it's a 13.
Oh, nice.
13, way better. Very nice.
Yes.
Good shit. Good shit. You went from totally lost to mostly following where you are.
The wild
There you
thing
go.
is it's been a
That's-
straight shot
that's
from
better.
the boat the
Yeah.
entire time.
Straight line, straight north
We've been
From-
going
East
From the
Forward.
doors,
or west.
from the doors of the spire, you can see the Raven Beaver perfect.
Yeah,
Just so well.
We turn around, we can see the beaver. There's even like some guy waving.
Yeah.
in case there's an
No, they
eclipse or
actually
something.
put fences to make sure we knew, like, guide the way.
Yeah. So NPC thing.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me like some kind of charisma check, like maybe a persuasion or something. See just how friendly they are to you and how much information they're willing to kind of share on that front.
A charisma check. What about
As members
intimidation?
of-
Can I intimidate him into knowing what's going on in
Totally.
town?
Oh, so you're just asking random passersby. You're not asking necessarily like.
No, I guess it would be the retinue, but if I can't do intimidation, I'll do persuasion and just have more
I
intimidation.
will say you can try, but it will be a different
DC.
reaction, and not necessarily in a bad way, but like yeah, the DC will be different, and the type of information might be a little different.
Nah, I'll do persuasion.
Okay.
If he does persuasion, I'd like to give him advantage because I'm
Please
proficient
do.
in it.
Because that
Okay,
was
so
terrible.
Short Stack's also asking.
Yeah. Any
Okay.
strange new things, guys? Any
That's-
any newcomers?
That's a 12.
Okay. Well, the whole sun in the sky is pretty weird. That's kind
Yeah, I
of a
saw
big
that.
one.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a weird one.
It,
Hard
what-
to
you
miss
You
that
said
one.
that's called a sun?
Yeah, we call it the sun.
Well, who's the father?
Have you read a history book or like a science book at all?
You see, it's spelled with a strange letter from far off lands. It's almost shaped like an A upside down, but without the. It's spelled like a V, but round.
Do you guys not have the letter U in any of your words?
No, of course not.
None of our names have the letter U, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
My brothers did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look, I came from a tribe of goblins
No,
where I'm considered a knight. And as you look me up and down, I'm still wearing like grass skirts and shit.
Wow, I have a totally new view of Short Stack. That's awesome.
I need to send you the
artist,
image.
get on it.
Yeah, no, I need to send you the image I have in my brain every single time
So
you
like
start talking. It's crazy.
he's wearing leather armor, but it's like just the upper, and then it's grass skirts. The handle of his dagger or his short sword, yeah, his two-handed short sword is just like an antler from something they've hunted.
Crazy.
Very cool. But no, they do tell you that there have been a number of new heretics as a result of this sun that have popped up, and you guys do in fact notice as you start to move through the city that the number of living candles have doubled since you guys have been here a week ago. What is a living candle? I hear you.
That's,
ask?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
are you guys familiar with gibbets?
What? Gibbet?
No.
What? Gibbets or
A-
gibbets?
Oh, I've always said gibbet because it's a GIF.
Or
But
giblet?
maybe it's gibbet.
What is that?
That's so much to unpack there. No, go ahead. Just tell
What are we talking
tell us what a living candle is.
A living candle. So a gibbet or a gibbet. For some reason, I always thought it was.
Oh,
a
it's like a
gibbet.
gallows.
It's a gibbet, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like a person-sized cage, intended to hold a single person, and you're basically hanging from a post.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so,
okay.
a living candle is when they're alive, an ultra emaciated traitor forced to carry giant candles in their gibbets, mouths sewn shut just to make sure that they're not screaming and kind of ruining the good vibes of Amman. and through a tube in their gut, they are fed good berries by the city's masked chandlers. Chandler being the name.
Oh,
for
they're
someone
being
who
kept
works with
alive?
animals. Yes, they're being kept alive. of
Oh,
course.
God.
And
Well, that's horrible.
if and when, oh yeah, this is undoubtedly those of you who are familiar with Amman's practices, indubitably the fate of Sister Bisha as a traitor to the Amman Chirality.
But they're criminals, right?
They are criminals. They are like traitors. Anyone charged with treason would
Yeah.
be set
Serves
up
them right.
as a living candle.
Yeah, criminals should probably be in quotes here.
Yes.
I don't like traitors.
Just for added fun, they are often also carved with lots of messages of warning on their skin, saying things like, "Oh, I'll never do this again," and all that fun stuff. May your crimes echo out to your progeny and your progenitors in equal measure, times eternal, blah blah blah.
Throughout the universe,
Additionally, in
perpetuity.
death, yes, those who do are rewarded with the the mercy of death have their ribs pried open, and the giant cattles are instead set into their emptied chest cavities. And so these are the kinds of lamps that light up most of the main thoroughfares of Amman. So you guys pass a number of these masked chandlers, kind of with executioner-style hoods on, that go around with like little ladders to go and light these candles and feed them as well as needed. So you are brought up some steep moss and ivy-covered granite steps that lead you up and through the dilapidated district of Dripstone, which is also home to Tavern Town, one of the more fun parts of town. Like a smaller neighborhood within Dripstone. You then wind through the Riverine Enclave, where the languages you hear are outnumbered only by the colorful flags and murals that have been kind of graffiti style painted on the white plastered walls. And finally, you cross the wide, imposing avenues of Old An, flanked on either side by one gorgeous temple after another, each representing one of the 12 virtues of Asharut, one of which is definitely the main library of Amman, so they pointed out to you there, Wonky. Here, handmade tiles cover every last inch of the surface, and all those on the floors and kind of sidewalks have been worn smooth by millions of footfalls over the several centuries that Amman has been around. It is called Old An because, as is kind of tradition in Orichallan cities, it's built on either side of a river, and so it was once kind of considered the city of An and the city of Am, together jointly called Amman, a little bit like Budapest. Or like Haferboer, for those who are familiar. For Haferboer is on the western kind of ruins of an Orichallan city, and the eastern ruins are largely uninhabited. Anyway, after an hour of climbing, you all reach the highest point of eastern Amman and find yourselves at the foot of the spire of Dendrasathar, a place that only the most privileged citizens of the Chirality ever enter, home notably to the Orichallan nobility, who rarely, if ever, mingle with the kind of commoners outside of the spire, as well as their private militaries, their veritable armies of servants of all shapes and sizes. And after these massive, heavily guarded gates are opened, you are led inside by Ez, Karoa, and Solomon through a series of lavish, twisting corridors to an inner courtyard of the tower, itself far larger than Peacock Park, the largest and most opulent of the public gardens of Amman. You are all led to what is called a little gondola. It's a little floating, boat-shaped vehicle, basically an elevator, that has a uniformed servant who's been painted head to toe in silver, with dozens of like pure silver buttons and a nice swirling silver painted mustache that wraps around his head and kind of gets tied into a braid on the top of his head as well, into like a sort of braided mohawk sort of situation. It is this one's pleasure to welcome our distinguished guests aboard Gondola 37A. Please keep your hands and feet inside the gondola at all times. Any questions?
No, that's pretty clear instructions.
Fantastic. Ascending in 5, 4, 3, 2, going up. Ding! And suddenly, you guys fire like a cannonball out of a sort of porthole in the side of the tower. The ride is a bit nauseating. If anyone wants to, or if everyone would please roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Let's do this.
That's a 15 for short stack.
Oh, that's very nice. Oh.
It's gonna be
Mayo, rocking a
23
20.
for Crown.
Crown with a 23. My goodness.
Would you agree
want
that
to
I've
keep it
been learning significant new information?
Hell yeah.
Then I am rolling this
Absolutely.
with advantage.
Nice.
Remind us that ability. I know that's a Cyclopean thing.
Unfortunately, the best roll I got was an 8, since I have
Oh,
a
God.
-1 to Constitution. I have advantage on Constitution when I discover significant new information. At DM's
Wow,
discretion.
so specific.
Yeah, very
That's so
specific.
specific. Amazing. So because you are nauseated, you are basically considered poisoned just for your next ability check. As long as it's like a relevant ability check. I'm not going to let you just like burn a random thing.
Can I, yeah, whatever, fuck it.
The view is kind of blurred as you guys just zoom up and around the tower. You guys do a corkscrew kind of spiral up and through the tower. You see a number of drakes passing by and sort of smaller messenger draconic beings. You see what looks to be Ez's drake that is kind of following you guys up as well from a couple hundred feet above you. And you guys, before long, you guys do see the kind of sprawling delta that is Amman, which the city kind of is built on the steep slopes on either side, but it does kind of widen out into a large, beautiful delta that is kind of at this northeastern-ish portion of the Zigbet Peninsula. You see the ocean, you see the sun from up here. It's quite gorgeous, quite spectacular, gorgeous enough to warrant another single point of luck for all of you who are present.
Whoa.
This is definitely a lucky experience.
Can I go
witness
over
such a
21
view.
with 20 with this one?
I'll say no, but you can, if you use 1 point of luck before the end of the session, I'll allow you to keep your 20,
Okay.
if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's pretty exceptional. You see the twin spire that looks very much like this one over on the opposite side of the river. You see the 6 bridges that connect eastern and western Amman, the sea beyond, and so on.
Can we see the reaving beaver?
You might catch a very faint glimpse, but it's such a blur of a ride that something so small is a little bit tougher to spot. Yeah, far on the horizon you might see what is often called the Burning Sands, a kind of massive desert peninsula known for being the hottest place in the known world. You even see far to the northwest the Great Divide, the world's largest and longest river that cuts the kind of main continent in half, more or less, that runs from like the northeastern mountain range all the way to the southwestern mouth of the Great Divide.
Wow.
Before too long, you sweep into a huge hangar type area near the very top of the tower and dock next to a single other gondola. And the operator's voice booms out once again. This one wishes you a most fruitful encounter with the Dyad. Gondola 37A will remain here, patiently awaiting your return. Please exit the vehicle at this time.
May I request
Please.
to go into a cyclopean trance since we're so high up and we can see basically like the furthest Wonky's ever seen in his entire life?
Yeah.
To basically take like a mental impression to in the future consider using history to reach back into his memory in case we need a mental map of things.
Absolutely. Great idea. So go ahead and burn your use of your trance. So your eye allows you to see from a kind of bird's eye view from even higher. So basically from the very tippity top of the tower.
Nice.
So again, if you remember those kind of dripped sand castles that you might have made upon little beaches in your childhood, which are very, very typical. They're like the kind of only kind of sandcastle here in Amman. That is very much what these spires look like. So they're themselves kind of a very Shrek type candle that, a very like organic-looking candle that goes all the way to the sky that is also home to a number of these smaller candles with all the bridges. If you know what I mean.
Very
That,
Shrek-type candle.
Yeah, it was a very
Yeah, you know what
interesting
I mean.
descriptor, but I knew exactly what you meant.
Listen, every now and again, English not being my first language, you say things where I'm like, is that a real thing? Or did I miss? Or
no, just like a very organic cone. You know, not a perfect cone in any way, but like way more organic looking. And again, with like a number of these smaller sort of candle-looking structures jutting off of it with a bunch of bridges connecting them, and then a number of flying bits and bobs going in and out of these various towers. Yeah.
Legit.
You see in front of you, you are alone here with the two gondolas, the two gondola operators, and obviously your retinue and yourselves, plus 2 more of the Chirality's 12 Sky Wardens. They stand guard there aboard their drakes this time, dwarfed by the massive gold gilded doors that stand behind them. They are dressed in, again, their own unique and customized armor in their kind of orichalcum yellowish, golden yellow metal from head to toe, with their black and green cloaks on top of it, with the coat of arms of Amman emblazoned upon their cloaks. So, a little reminder, the coat of arms being a golden dragon building a black stone tower on a like green background, on a green field. On the left, the Sky Warden wears full plate with a tri-horned and golden-maned helm with a bestial snout-shaped visor, the snout being kind of hard to distinguish as far as like what kind of beast it might be, with a tower shield that is nearly as tall as themselves, featuring a black and gold mosaic with hundreds of faces on it, in the sort of, again, with the coat of arms kind of built into the mosaic, and a very jagged, wicked-looking halberd in their other hand. And then on the right-hand side of the door is their hunchbacked counterpart, who is dressed far more lightly as far as armor goes, possibly a spellcaster or a roguish type, wearing little armor other than ornamental golden yellow greaves and bracers, a draconic golden face mask, sporting a sort of fanged scowl, and poking out from their loose-fitting robes a number of just simple knives and a lone staff on their hip and back. If anyone would like to make a little history check or religion check, you might recognize the kind of names of these particular
I would
Sky
love
Wardens.
to.
Ooh, short stack. 18, not bad at all. Wonky with a 17. And
Ooh,
Mayo
nat
with a
20.
nat 20 for a 23. Very nice. So, I will say pretty much all of you, with the exception possibly of Crown, know their sort of names as far as the 12 virtues go. So, on the left, the one in full plate is Etz, which means courage. And the one on the right means Cad, or honor. The one on the left is also known, or has kind of previously been known and so on, as the Lion of the Skies. This is information that Mayo would be aware of. And the one on the right is called the Last Arcosan. Arcosans being another, like, very epic civilization from, like, centuries and centuries, if not millennia ago, kind of lost to history. And supposedly this is the last Arcosan, at least so their name suggests, their little epithet. Giggles, who is present with you guys, of course, being one of the senior officers. I forgot to mention him in our little list. Giggles does mutter under his breath, like, definitely don't ever touch a Skywarden. That is in itself enough to become a living candle. Something to consider. Before too long, maybe the time for a little bit of a chat, if anyone wants to say anything or ask anything, the palatial doors will open. Is there anything you would like to do in that time?
I'm gonna touch a Sky Warden.
Yeah, I look at the crew and I'm like, now, behave yourselves. Be polite. And try not to become a candle.
Wonky. I hear that the Sky Wardens love to be touched.
That's your department, buddy.
You're quicker than I thought.
Commander, you really don't want to do that. They'll make you a candle just for touching them.
Short stack.
As I said, politeness.
Yes, Quartermaster.
I think we need Skymaster robes. If you don't mind going ahead and testing those. Or Sky Warden robes. If you want to go ahead and test those.
I'll have our ship's tailor get started on that as soon as we return.
You're no fun.
Before too long, the doors open, and a colorful gentleman with a single purple flower pinned to his sort of white linen outfit with his white, very light-looking hat exits the palatial doors with a big smile on his face. He's got a single attendant, sort of very clearly inferior in status to himself, being like kind of a couple steps behind him. He walks with like a cane, but clearly more ornamental than anything else. Passes you all, tips your hat. Oh, good day, friends, and heads to the other gondola that happens to be here.
Would we know who that person is? At all?
Possibly. If you guys would like to make a little history check of some sort.
My lord. Wonky kneels deeply.
Oh,
12.
no need for that. I'm not a lord quite yet, but I appreciate it.
Oh,
Wonky, do you know who this is?
maybe he's the human shape of a dragon, super mare that we're about to meet.
Super Mayor?
Guys,
So you just kind of bow to every person we meet until you're sure it's them?
When in doubt, show clout.
Now that rhymed, but I don't think it made sense.
When in doubt, revere clout. My man was dripping.
I mean, did you see that cool purple flower?
I will say Stomper definitely has an idea of who this is.
No, he doesn't, because he's not home. He's not here. He's at
Yeah,
home.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Whenever you guys get back and report, if you mention this little gentleman, then you guys might get the lowdown. But for now, unclear who this might be. Crown getting the closest with a 12, but you know what? Actually, to be fair, 12 is not terrible. This guy is definitely some big cheese around here. I'll say you don't have too much information, but you know, or you're pretty freaking sure this is Mr. Frank Wisteria, a bit of a bigwig, with an outlandish name. As you may have noticed, I like to use we're using Phoenician names for Amman. This is definitely not a Phoenician-inspired etymological name. Definitely Frank Wisteria, definitely not from around here originally. But yes, and his consort, Mr. Bean, for sure. Cannon, his attendant looks exactly like Mr. Bean, for sure. Owen Ratkinson.
Nice.
Nice.
Owen Ratkinson.
Cannon. I already have him in my notes, but that name's changing, baby. I didn't have the name right in front of me, but that name is gone. Owen Ratkinson, 100%.
Owen Ratkinson.
Better known as
So-
Mr. Bean.
Can we please recruit him
yes.
to be my backup character?
Owen
I'm afraid he
Ratkinson.
might be taken. Apologies. Although, I will say, for the record, you guys are totally welcome at any point with any NPC to broach the subject of recruitment. Obviously, Owen Ratkinson might be tough to swing, but that kind of thing is totally something that you guys can do at any point if you guys want.
Want to see what I'm swinging, Owen?
Oh, God.
Whoa.
So yeah, Mr. Frank Wisteria, definitely one of the richest and thus kind of most influential people in town, but that's more or less all that Crown knows about him specifically. Not one of the four main families of Amman, his own kind of outlandish thing going
You mean the Ratkinsons aren't a big, well-known family in Amman? I don't know.
No.
Adopt me.
The palatial doors open a couple moments later, now for you all. And you are ushered inside by your retinue, who only Warden Ez, along with Bisha, follow you in. The two Abyss officers stay outside. And you are blinded once again, however, this time due to the extravagant, ridiculous opulence of the Hall of the Dyad. That said, the hall itself is relatively easy to ignore because commanding most of your attention are the two figures ahead of you. Dendrasathar, the ancient black dragon, who is kind of curled up in a very cozy, cat-like position, with his tail wrapped around himself a number of times, on the right-hand side of this hall, and the illustrious Sarkitbal to your left. You have a silver polished floor that those of you who might choose to avert your gaze from the splendor of the Dyad would see reflects perfectly the gem-studded ceiling that almost looks like a night sky fit for the gods, and beyond the Dyad is a floor-to-ceiling stained glass series of panoramic windows that look out upon the delta and the sea beyond. And the Sky Wardens on either side of the door speak in unison. Please approach Sarkitbal and Dendrasathar, first and last of their name, 13th High Kyre of Amman, keepers of the Asharic Order and living axes of Asharut, bearers of the 77 seals, the Yellow Crowned, whose tongue first named the constellations and whose silence unmakes them, High Warden of the Gilded Lattice, inheritor of the Pact of Bronze, voice of the Ordained Flame, first tongue of the Draconic Compact, whose breath tempers the iron of thought, whose word is law, whose breath is peace. Please remove your hats. And you guys step inside.
I reach up
The Hall
and
of the
gingerly grab my hat and the tinder box inside and lift them up together.
Give me a sleight of hand check, please. Let's see if you drop the tender box that is definitely under your hat.
I drop the tinder box with the natural one. I drop it and it goes skittering.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. And
it
it
lights up.
echoes in this.
It lights on fire.
Yeah, like the friction from the drop like sets the box on fire.
Yep, 100%. And with a fucking echo that is deafening.
Can we say somehow it's Owen Ratkinson's fault? Like we zoom back and we just see Owen Ratkinson like slip on a banana peel and then start a whole thing.
Wonky tries to cut the tension by making a little joke. Where's the iron of thought when you need it, huh?
Crown is like
Wonky?
head in her hand, like I told them to be polite.
Can we promote him to
First
jester?
and only rule.
Yeah. That is a
The
great idea.
only rule.
Sarkitbal like lifts a finger and turns out the tinderbox. With nary a smile. So, just for a tiny bit more description, since I described the kind of room, I know I'm describing a lot in the past couple episodes, but here we are in Amman. Dendrasathar, as an ancient black dragon, his face is vaguely skull-like in shape, with curved dark horns that point forwards, and all along the ridge of his back, all the way to the tip of his tail, which itself is kind of spear-tipped almost, is a long, almost Spinosaurus-style series of jagged spines, and spikes along his the underside of his tail and along the backs of his limbs, which are, mostly curled up. Glowing green eyes, tattered ancient wings. Yeah, do you have a question?
That tail is huge, dude.
Huge tail, yes. Yes.
Terrifying.
Huge tail, for sure. And then Sarkitbal herself wears a sort of black and green robe with a golden, magnificent crown with various depictions of the 12 virtues kind of all around it, covering crown/mask, for it does cover the entirety of her face as well.
I'm gonna turn to Short Stack and point at the Sarkitbal and be like, I'm gonna marry that girl one day.
No.
Dude, she's looking. That's quite the look.
So she is seated on a massive throne, unlike Dendrasathar, who is just, well, maybe Dendrasathar has like a kind of a fucking gangsta dog bed type situation that he's curled up in. Possibly made out of like gold and silver and gems. That's probably what he's doing. But she's on like a gangsta throne that's like 25 feet high. And to answer your question, Wonky, she, in one hand, is kind of fiddling absentmindedly with a dark, like Venta Black dark potion of some kind.
Wait a minute. Vanta Black is owned by that one guy.
Anish Kapoor?
We have to
Yeah.
use Black 3.0.
That's what it
Gotcha.
is.
Wow, I
There
don't
you
know
go.
what that was.
Oh,
But this is
you should look that up.
It's an art thing.
It's a fun thing to go
This is-
into, and then you'll hate him too, so that's great.
Nice.
this is Sarkitbal we're talking about, so let's say Black 4.0.
Oh,
There you go.
that's dark.
It's actually
Ultra.
Damn.
African American.
Ultra African American.
Whoa.
She's holding on to here. Possibly cut that out. As one, two voices boom out from the dyad, filling the room like thunder, shaking the very bones in your body. Speak.
I present to you our commander of the Coinbound Company, Commander
I don't think
Crown.
he was talking to you.
All right.
Square shouldered is she.
No, Wonky, I don't think he was talking to you either.
I don't, you know.
Isn't that how introductions go in this chamber?
Hey, DM, quickly. Do I
I thought you were
have
saying
an
hey to the
idea?
guy, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Do I have
what's
an
up? What's
idea
going on?
of
Guys,
like the proper
To the
way,
next.
the proper way that I'm supposed to address the Kyrie? Like, is that?
Yeah, you could give me like some kind of check for that.
did we not? We didn't receive
do a
direction
religion to
about
help
it,
you.
so that's
No,
really
we did
on
not.
You didn't receive. That's something that, well, yeah, I mean, you had the
No.
opportunity to ask questions on your way up, but
Yeah.
I'm
fair enough.
sorry.
you were not instructed.
Your,
Well, to-
your,
yeah, to be
your
fair.
Your dyadiness.
Yeah.
Oh, a natural one.
Our Commander
Yeah.
Crown, first of her name,
Oh, that's
square
not
of
me.
shoulder, swift of tongue.
Oh yeah.
So I turn over, I turn over to Commander Crown and I'm like, I'm pretty sure you have to be loud and very casual. That's the way they like it.
I am
also
certain
belch.
that is not the case.
Very loud, very casual, belch as much as you can.
I'm proficient
Yeah.
in history. Can I help the commander with her role?
I'm,
A short
yeah, I'm
garment.
also proficient in history, but
Well,
Sure, that works. You help Crown. Crown, as Mayo's telling you to be loud and casual, you definitely know you should be as ostentatious and like whispered as possible. But yeah. But
It's
Yeah.
kind
for
of
the
like
sake
this.
of the audio.
Greetings! Sup?
Yo.
For the sake of the podcast, obviously don't whisper, but like, you know.
yeah.
Or whisper really close.
This is going full ASMR.
Oh God. I don't
Suddenly
know
our
how to
ratings
like
have gone way up.
Somebody tap the mic.
Suddenly
With
we're
their
not
fingernails.
sponsors.
Yeah, no,
She,
we're gonna use
Sarkitbal taps on her little potion vial.
Yeah, with the nail thing.
With her nails.
She has long. Oh wait, I think. Can you hear that?
Is that what the
begins-
commander does?
She begins to cook something really softly for the dragon.
All right. Well, I address them both. I say, Your Chirality, thank you for meeting with us. It is a great honor, an unusual one at that. We have brought you the prisoner you have asked for. I gesture to Sister Bisha.
We're very grateful. Haha.
She has most of her fingers intact.
excuse my crew. We
like
are
crew
in
in
fact
the colloquial.
mercenaries and are not used to the most aristocratic ways.
Short Stack is standing full on at attention at the commander's side after introducing her.
Nice. Awesome.
Bricked up.
Yep.
They boom out simultaneously once again. "'Tis our pleasure to welcome you to the Hall of the Dyad. As ever, we thank you for services well rendered. Here," and Sarkitbal flicks a finger, and a huge ornate metal container that almost looks akin to a sort of giant silver sarcophagus floats over to the Coinbound from behind her little throne and sets itself down, hovering like an inch off of the floor to not scratch the precious silver floor. "Here is the agreed upon bounty, and per our arrangement, the most generous severance package for prematurely ending our contract. This will be the final job between the Coinbound Company and the Chirality of Amman for the foreseeable future."
Is that something we were aware of in the bit, like,
Nope.
or is that something maybe perhaps now dead senior officers should have told us before?
Unclear, but no, definitely not something you guys were aware of. Unclear if the now dead senior officers knew about this. But you guys are aware that the severance package is an additional 50,000 silver pieces. So in this sarcophagus, which itself is probably worth a pretty penny, but is probably not included in the price, is just an absolute dickload of silver coins and bullion and jewelry and silverware, ingots and so on, that spills forth, for she does flick her finger once again and unlock it with a series of clicking and clacking, and upends it. So you have about 75,000 worth of silver here, and then she like flicks her finger the opposite direction, and it's almost like it goes in reverse, and like you're reversing a tape, and it all enters the coffer.
So she spills the bounty like at our feet, basically, like just showering us
at your
with the
feet to, like,
goodies.
to basically show you the goodies, and then she like unshowers just to.
That's a huge flex, dude.
Commander,
It's a bit of a
Absolute flex. that's
ask
for
them
sure.
why the severance.
It has been a great honor to work with and for you.
Sure.
Yes. May I inquire about the severance package?
'Tis the agreed upon amount, 50,000 silver pieces worth of silver.
That, not to be abrupt, perhaps had been discussed with different seniors officers of the Coinbound Company. May I ask why the ending of the contract?
Dendrasathar's head lifts just a couple of inches, enough to quite possibly make someone soil themselves.
Yeah.
Which Short Stack does on short notice.
Can I roll for soiling myself?
Sorry, he's our quartermaster or
roll.
master of arts.
I think fear is usually like a wisdom save. I think you can roll a little wisdom save if you like.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
What about survival? Like
That's a
to
9.
survive.
Okay, sure, you can roll
Getting
survival.
devoured.
I will say, Wonky, just for fun, since you are nauseous, maybe you have disadvantage for this one.
Oh, yeah, I definitely have disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's looking like a 10.
A 9 and a 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're still soiling yourself.
We'll
Just
pee
pretty
the,
squirts
just the
out.
turtle head poking out.
Yeah.
We'll pee right down in the front.
They answer, to answer your question, Commander Crown, they say, your services simply are no longer needed.
is
Does this have anything to do with pissing off a Mithriax?
Whoa. Let's keep these things to ourselves.
I'm whispering.
it is your most gracious judgment. May I ask about the benefits we currently undergo while traveling in Amman, as to make sure we do not cause any misunderstandings in the future? You have been so gracious as to allow us to carry our own weapons and use a small but quite important, considering, amount of magic when we are here. Will these benefits still apply?
They will not. You are no longer under the protection or the employment of the Chirality of Amman, and all such arrangements as detailed in our contract are thus null and void. As for keeping things to yourselves, Mr. Mayo, we regret to inform you that such a thing is difficult to achieve in the Chirality of Amman. And as for your question, Navigator Wonky, Amithriax, agent of agony, purveyor of pain, prove that you are still worthy of the name. And the stained glass windows behind them fold like so much origami, opening up as Amithriax comes soaring into view, crashing onto the central floor in the hall of the Dyad. With a large inhalation, I will need some initiative rolls.
Oh, good lord.
Wonky's
Good
gonna
God.
be like, I thought we were on the same team.
Dude, next time, Wonky,
Oh, shit.
shut it.
I got a 1!
Oh, gosh.
60.
Initiative.
Well, the good news is I got a 5.
But so this officially means that at this very moment they're going to be confiscating our weapons and preventing us from using our spells?
No,
well-
Mithriax trying to kill us.
They're going to let us fight it?
I think they asked it to fight us. He went,
Yeah.
prove that you're still worthy of your name, and then
Right.
said, also, you're not protected by us,
Yeah, they're
even though we're
actively trying
giving
to
you
fuck us up.
75,000 gold. Basically, they tried to do what we were going to do with the cannon fodder boys and be like, you get your gold after you're dead.
Yeah.
But is it because they also sent a Mithriax after the same bounty?
I think they're just cutting off loose ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably did. And since we got her, now we're not useful anymore, so they're gonna take us down. Can I quickly do an insight to see if the priest would join us in this fight? You know what I mean?
Priest?
She's
The yeah, like the one that we the
The priest
the
from
bounty.
downstairs?
The bounty.
No, she's still with us, no?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's with us.
She's
Sister
with you.
Bisha.
Sister Bisha, thank you. Yes.
Tell me you don't need fingers for your spells.
I thought
Oh,
we healed
hold
them.
on a second.
Yeah, Mr. Ike canonically broke her fingers.
Wait, can I do an insight just to see if maybe she's on our side? This is called
Let's go.
19.
You can make an
Actually, dirty 20.
She is?
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't want to
Oh,
get. She doesn't want to get.
She doesn't want to
right?
die.
She's on
Yeah,
the
well,
side
I think
of not
I think
becoming a
she's
Candle.
She's
But wait a second, guys. What's the end game here? Shouldn't we just kill a Mithriax and take the money and then bounce?
Guys,
Oh, yeah,
we have to
let's
kill a
kill-
Mithriax and everyone
And-
else.
Yeah, let's
No,
kill
we
the
can't.
two
we
dragons.
can't kill 2 dragons plus the boss of the Chirality.
No, I
Yeah,
think
let's.
no, I honestly think that they are if we beat a Mithriax, they're gonna be like, okay, you can live, go on your
Yeah,
way.
that's what I think too. But if we cut her
Well, that's
loose,
what I hope.
they're gonna be like, but hold on, we need this money back.
We're not cutting her loose. Oh, you mean cut her loose to fight with us?
Yeah, well, that's what somebody was trying to do. I guess I misunderstood.
No, I mean yes, but I didn't mean I forgot that she was handcuffed. But absolutely, we should cut her loose. We need her to fucking help us.
So then they're gonna be pretty pissed off about that, no?
Not necessarily. We're in their town. It's not like she's We're in the middle of the desert. We're cutting her loose, and she runs away.
Okay.
Even if she runs away now, all the guards will just grab her.
So she's pretty like.
I'm cutting her loose. I'm sorry, guys.
Your initiative is for sure before mine. I can't stop you.
I really want that 75,000 silver pieces. You know.
They're not. They're trying to kill us.
No, you said they would cut us loose after we kill a Mithriax.
If we kill a
that's
Mithriax.
a theory.
Yeah, we can kill a Mithriax.
I think. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I think that they intend us to be dead. However, if we survive, they're going to be like, okay, you're good. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to try and
Fucking
murder
cut her
us
loose, bro.
as
Cut her
well.
loose. Let's
I
go.
mean, I'm gonna.
Let's go.
And we'll
Wonky straight up
Mithriax
takes
got
that dump on
nothing.
the silver floor.
No.
Just start hitting in the middle of battle.
Ah! That's my battle cry. A hot
Arugula
steamer.
comes in floating on a cloud of weed smoke.
Straight up.
Try to look away from that by staring at the floor.
Fuck. Yeah.
Roll for the steamiest possible deuce.
yeah.
Roll for deuce.
That sounds like a Constitution throw to me.
That's another survival. Oh no.
Or strength, depending.
Luck,
You know what I mean?
luck check.
What was that? Luck check?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Can I use all my luck points to persuade a Mithriax to join us instead?
Here we go.
To recruit.
That is a 17 steamy, baby.
17 steamy.
Nice.
Man, we're steamrolling the competition.
Oh.
Wait.
Hey, that's
I'm
not
also
bad.
gonna-
I just got
I'm
it.
also going to use my my bardic inspiration. I'm extremely inspired. That's a 21 total.
Dirty 20. A dirty.
That's
21.
a dirty 21, baby.
That's a dirty 21.
Or you could call it sturdy. Sturdy. Anyway.
Man, I didn't know Wonky was so full of shit.
I'm upset.
So yeah, we'll pick up there next time.
No, let's fight.
man.
I want to fight.
Really?
It's pretty late.
Shit. Yeah,
Let's
it's
start the fight. Come on, let's
it's
do one round.
currently 11:30.
No, we gotta
It's
cut it
11:30.
off.
Yeah, you guys were
He's
you guys
right.
were gracious enough to let me go long. I would love to have the combat, but
That's also what Wonky
Good God, I want to fight something so badly. Okay, we'll survive.
I know.
Long
I
Furby,
apologize.
baby.
I apologize. It was a long night of role playing and discovering Amman and stuff. I hope it was worth it for you guys and for our lovely little audience. Yeah, we'll have to pick up next time.
You know, it is a little reassuring that no matter what we said to these people, that dragon was gonna come out anyways and probably try to eat us. So that's great. I'm glad.
Or was it?
Yeah, no, I feel like we didn't fuck it up beyond repair that bad.
What do you mean? Wonky literally
Wonky
said we
really
pissed
did.
off a Mithriax.
Yeah, but I feel like Mithriax was probably already there. If he was on there a moment's notice, I feel like
Can I
Mithriax was
retcon?
just hiding, trying to make a
retcon
grand
and
entrance.
Do exactly what I wrote way earlier in the chat and say I threw a javelin straight at the elf of the triad, and
You can do that.
that's the javelin memo.
I
don't
think
know
we
about
should
that.
not
That's
attack
how-
those two.
You said at the dyad, so like,
Yeah,
you know,
the elf
so
of the
You
dyad.
guys
so
had
broke in half and then hit two of them.
No, I said the elf of the dyad.
Ah,
Yeah.
You guys floated a lot of questions in post-initiative roll, so I will just say, this is approaching the end of this kind of arc, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There are a number of story threads and plots kind of in play. It was never. Anyway, whatever. There have been little bits and bobs, little hints, and there are still little stuff to discover. There's a lot happening behind the scenes. A lot more than just a priestess, obviously.
what you're saying is
For sure.
the TPK is on the docket.
That already happened.
Possibly. You guys have backup characters.
Yeah.
So
We should.
Listen.
my
I
question
will
is,
say there's a non-zero chance of a TPK in this room, for sure.
That's what happens, right? Every
I hope
time
that's obvious, though.
we go to a new arc, it's because we just all died.
Right.
That's how we
established this.
close every single arc of the show.
That's pretty
Bro,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be well. Then a little predictable though.
Can we say though that if we win this battle, just like how when we won with the Reaving Beaver, we became the captains of the Reaving Beaver, can we become the Dyad of the Chirality of
Straight up.
Amman?
The quad.
I mean,
The quad.
Yeah, the Quadad.
Dyad.
Quadrality.
The quad.
The
quad dads.
quadrality.
Listen, whatever the outcomes of this combat, there will definitely be
Dev.
effects.
Dude, we're not
Yes.
killing the Dyad. We're just killing a Mithriax.
Are you kidding me? I said that to give you hope. Of course they're gonna try and kill us after we kill a Mithriax.
No,
That's the whole
sure.
point. They're trying to kill us.
No, they're not. I'm telling you, they're
As soon
trying
as
to,
the dragon-
to find out whether or not we're still useful to them.
Oh, you're telling
No,
me that
they're
the lady
not.
that showed off showering us with coins and then unshowering us with with the flick of a hand?
Yeah, that
You-
didn't foreshadow anything for you guys.
Yeah.
You truly
I just
think
figured you gotta
that they
carry it. You
believe-
can't leave all the money on the ground.
we are more valuable than the dragon of
On the
Mithriax?
ground?
Well, if he's dead, we're way more valuable than he is.
If he's
Are we?
dead, they lost the dragon. You were worried about them losing a priest.
The guy creates many dragons.
Well,
What?
It's a forebearer.
That just means daddy.
Yeah, exactly. You think he's only
Doesn't
got
mean
one?
he's the daddy of all dragons.
Well, he's
He
definitely
gets sire.
daddy
He
of
can
more
definitely
than one
sire
dragon.
more.
No, he can't. That's not how that works.
Dude,
Dragons
listen.
just don't fucking make dragons appear out of thin air, or else there'd be dragons everywhere.
Here's my
pretty
logic.
sure
on-
dragons lay eggs.
Here's my logic on this, okay? If we fight all three of them, it's a TPK assuredly, right? So
For
now,
sure.
so the DM is like, there's a non-zero chance, which means I actually genuinely believe we will have just the dragon to fight.
Yeah.
Listen,
So let's not piss them off
trying to
inordinately. It's like a
metagame.
gladiator combat, you know? We both got sent for the same, the same thing. or
Okay,
whatever.
but I think we're
There's-
underplaying the possible consequences of winning the battle. I think
there's
that yes,
full-on-
obviously winning the battle sounds great, but I don't think it's going to be like, wow, you guys did it. Now you guys are our heroes. I think there's going to be some consequences.
No,
I'm
gonna
aiming
skin
for
that-
There's gonna be
survival.
consequences either way.
I'm gonna skin that dragon right in front of him, dude.
You can
Look
do
him
that,
in the
man.
eyes while I'm skinning that dragon, and I'll be like, "You asked for this." Now,
You
give
Can
know,
I
me
just say
75
Mayo
needs
just
some
walks
dragon
out?
hide armor.
Mayo just
Lucas
walks out and
absolutely
starts a new
dying
life
right
in
now,
Amman.
being like, what the
Be-
fuck?
Be a Kyrie of your word, and cough up that coffin
Be a
full
Kyrie
of
of your
goodies.
word.
And I'm making myself a Mithriax like armor for the whole squad. The whole squad.
First of all, you're
dripping
wonky
in
and
the
Finnegan.
Mithriax scales,
Okay.
dude.
Wonky is gonna die in the first 5 seconds, and Finnegan is gonna just walk straight over to the silver chests and try to open them the entire fight.
I'll tell you why I'm not gonna die, dude.
Nothing
21
happening.
on that deuce check. There's no way he's coming towards me first.
The
You
stink.
He's
died
staying clear of that.
Oh, the stink.
from a library book in the first episode. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Good God.
fair
Damn,
enough.
this
Listen,
is
this-
the fuck. This
was a
is
trap.
gold. The fucking.
That's amazing.
What
There are
color is
so
Mithriax?
many-
Yellow?
He's black.
He's black.
Oh, my bad.
You laughed because you thought I was making a racist joke, and I want you to know I caught that, okay? I want you to know I clocked it.
I didn't laugh. I was silent.
Luca,
Oh,
there are
okay.
so many sound bites you could pull from this to make cool,
Yo.
dope ass shorts.
You exhaled
Never
out
mind,
of
I
your
thought it was
nose.
yellow. Oh well.
There is a lot of yellow thematically in.
So a
Amman. You know what?
Mithriax is a
Just
black
for fun,
dragon?
Guys, I want. Yeah. So is Dendrasathar. There's so much lore and so many of these questions I want to answer. Go ahead and roll a history check, all of you, any of you.
All of
and
you?
Just so I can drop a little
Let's-
something,
let's
something.
go.
Can I roll
History
religion?
check, let's go. 4.
I'm gonna say
18
no
for your
for
board.
religion.
Can I have
Let me see.
advantage?
13. We did have an 18 though,
I saw the
so
whole town.
JP got an 18.
There's
Juan,
And then
can
I-
you get your significant information thing? I would say you got some new significant information here if you want. If that applies to wisdom ability checks.
But that's only for con saves.
Okay.
That's only con saves.
So, but Wonky,
For some reason,
18
only
is pretty fucking
consoles.
good. You remember.
Wildly specific.
Yeah.
So, that is very specific.
Apparently nothing. You remember absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
You got cut off.
Wow.
You're still muted, dude.
We see your enthusiasm though.
So fucking.
Wonky, you remember.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's fucking gone.
What? What do I remember? Fuck.
You remember you left your stove on. Shit!
You know, the remember all.
Yeah,
Hi.
hey.
I know I've forgotten
Fucking-
something. I just can't remember what I forgot.
I think the combat map is what's fucking like weird. Because as soon as I had it open, it shot itself the first time, and then it did the same thing. So I might have to.
You took a wonky
figure a solution for that next time.
or pulled a wonky.
Yeah, I dropped the 21.
Dropped a big old
Yeah.
21 deuce.
Yeah.
Nice little curly
Wonky
cue.
especially, but with the help of Short Stack and Mayo just a little bit. But mostly Wonky, you know that historically, the coat of arms of Amman is a golden dragon building a black tower upon a green field. There was an event a very long time ago in which there was an uprising in Amman, and it actually went very well. It got very fucking close. To the point where the Golden Dragon member of the Dyad was about to be executed in front of the entire city by like a party of, very high-level heroes who, accused it of like tyranny and all that fun stuff. You guys can still hear me, right? Just making sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
cool,
good.
Cool. So specifically like a quilled dragon with like kind of porcupine-esque quills. I'm pulling up my little notes just so I don't speak any bullshit. It was revealed in rebellion by these insurgent heroes that it was actually a black dragon, Dendrasathar, posing for centuries to be a golden dragon, which are more typically associated with like good morality. To which Dendrasathar basically said, "Yeah, fuck you. I'm a black dragon. Eat acid." And right before he got executed, he pulled an Uno reverse card, possibly with the help of like Sarkitbal or some other agents of his own, and went full Homelander and just murdered a bunch of motherfuckers. And now very openly is a pretty fucking evil black dragon ruling over Amman. And, in theory, keeping it around in light of this like kind of apocalypse and stuff, and so is doing his thing. But and so obviously these heroes are portrayed in history books as fools and heretics and terrorists and all that fun stuff, trying to tear the city down and kill its just and rightful rulers. And Dendrasathar, in contrast, is portrayed as the martyr who lost his mortal Kyra, who was then replaced with Sarkitbal, who like basically saved him at the last second, and was thus promoted to his Kyra kind of thing.
How long has this black dragon ruled over?
Centuries.
Damn.
Who was the mortal Kyra that died?
So it would have been like the previous Orichallan elf.
Owen
So
Ratkinson.
instead of Sarkitbal, it was Owen Ratkinson. He got demoted to Mr. Wisteria's bitch.
He got demoted. Oh shit.
Anyway, whatever. That's just like, that's why the coat of arms portrays a golden dragon and not a black dragon, and why he's basically left it in place as a kind of show of power of like, yeah, fuck you, I am in fact an evil dragon, and I don't give a fuck anymore. And it's been like
But
that
you can
for a
keep
little bit.
the gold dragon stuff.
So I just want to just to be clear here, we're fighting his son.
You just fight, yes, or possibly grandson, possibly great grandson.
Cool.
But yeah.
And
On the little map, you can see the size difference as well.
So let's be real. If he's a great grandson, man's got many great grand dragon babies. You know, feel
For
me?
sure.
uh-huh.
Man. One more.
Yeah.
He's not gonna miss
Is that
one.
is that what somebody could say to you in the future when you have grandchildren? You're like, you got a
If I got
couple.
150 of them,
You got a couple. It's
If I see-
fine.
if I sick my grandchildren like war criminals like all over the, yeah, sure, you know what I mean. if I send them to terrorize nations, you know, in the name of like pure greed and evil, then yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know
so
what?
you're evil enough
I'm
to
pretty
send them to
sure-
terrorize nations,
Listen.
but you're cool
My
with
wife
us
is asking
killing
if
them.
we're almost done.
All right.
My
Never.
wife's asking too, but I ain't answering. All right.
Oh God.
Some things are more important than marriage.
This is the start of his evil reign.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's fine. My husband's just playing
my
Call of
evil
the
run.
Lamb
All
on
right,
TV.
we're gonna
It's
do an
fine,
end
it's
clap?
fine.
Real life evil run.
Yeah. Okay. Time for an end clap.
Can we do a seal clap from now on?